Welcome back, guys. Harry here, known as Trade Sharp, and boom, we have dumped, right? And this is our resolution. The resolution is now put in place, and our range has finally broken to the downside. So what's next? Well, guys, looking at macro timeframes, it's not looking the best. Weekly low is officially broken, which is it's a change in trend, and I'm looking for some lower price action. Daily structure is now clearly broken here. Even remove this. Look, this pivot here at 56,000, daily closure below. Naturally looking at price action, where should price come down? Well, technically it should come down anywhere between 52 to 50,000, and that's what I think I'm gonna look for. And yes, I am looking for downside, but in the short-term time frames, we could expect bounces, but I am looking for this to go lower. If we do break this range, we can talk about even coming back down to 45,000. And I'm looking for a basing area at 50,000. To be honest, that would be healthy. But we will look at some moving averages and stuff like that, some scary things. But as a whole, guys, this looks good. And the monthly is what's gonna keep me. We have 8 days left, right? 8 days on the monthly, okay? And you can see we keep closing the monthly with these long wicks. It's quite weird. We've never seen this in Bitcoin, but we have to remain, the monthly above, where would I say? I mean, 45,000 technically, right? That's technically, but yeah, I mean, 45,000 is the technical where I would want to remain, above, which is basically, we do have some space, but in 8 days we can't dump to 45,000 is what I'm saying, right? We need to remain above there. If we do see something like this, then you guys can guess what's gonna happen, right? So 45 is a critical number on the monthly, but I am expecting bounces, and I don't think in 8 days this area right here at especially here 50,000 could a nice bounce. I'm actually looking for a bounce pretty soon, because if you look here, we are coming on the lower time frames to an area around this area here around 52,700, or even just where we are here just below this wick. We could look for a bounce even up here, yeah, around just anywhere with this in this area we could look for a bounce. And that bounce, we could come even as high as here around 54,000, or even extend up here to 56,000, right? But I don't get bullish until we break re-break structure above 58,000. But now that we've become bearish, this might be good for alts, right? Because we will obviously come down, start ranging, and then continue up. But long term, this is looking really good, right? Because long term, we're setting in a base, we're setting in an area, and its potential opportunity is what I'm looking for if the conditions are met. But looking at at a bullish market, it should be all right. I mean, just for reference of how low we can get, let's bring up some indicate, not some moving averages, right? I like to use 50 and the 21, right? And we can see, we'll go with the weekly first, right? And I have I, you can see, and we'll go with this chart here. In 2017 bull run, we can see that the 21, the blue line here, 100% accuracy rate. Every time we dumped, we bounced off it. 100% accuracy rate. So that's a trend, right? And that's something that we have to keep in mind, is that we could come down all the way to the 21, right? Which is not out of the question. And where's the 21 coming in at? Well, the 21, if it was to rise up probably like 2 to 3 weeks from now, it will probably come somewhere around here, around 43,000, right? Which would be a little bit worrying, but it's still a possibility. But the thing is if we close the weekly below that 45,000, which is also the monthly low, then that's going to be a change in trend, and that is a weekly reversal, and at that point we can talk about a macro reversal, but that's not happened yet, right? If we go on something like a 3 day, the 3 day is coming here around 47,000, and by the time it goes up, guess where it's going to come, guys? To that 50,000 pivot that I've been talking about. So I'm looking at that 50,000 pivot to be something of interest, right? On the smaller time frames, I like to use the 50, and as soon as we cross the 50, you can see we crossed below it, we tested it as resistance, and now had a dump from it. So, you know, ultimately now, I'm looking for a bounce anytime soon, and I'm not gonna play the bounce. Don't feel comfortable playing it. And then I'm gonna look, to see some more downside continuation. But again, guys, this could be good for alts, right? uni has been holding itself really well. I just wanna, you can see that, well, not anymore, right? It's just had a massive dump. But it's I'm still looking good. Some of these alts are gonna take a beating now, as you can see, and we can see these alts are gonna take a beating, and people are now the market's getting a bit scared, right? And weak hands, as we can say. And this is just broken that low. I mean, yeah, we're coming down, I think maybe even here to 52.7. Uh, Ethereum, remember I've been talking about Ethereum going sideways for a long time? Well, it's finally made the resolution, and I said it was going to be a big move, and there's your big move, right? Boom, straight into this box. We got a bounce there, but ultimately I'm looking for this to trade down. Ethereum, if I remember correctly, has to stay above, I think 1,420 or something before I get extremely bearish. Yeah, this 1,420 is where we could only come all the way down to. I mean, technically now we can come to 1569, but on a weekly basis, yeah, right here at the 11420 is where we have to hold. If we just range between here, it's no any issues with that. It's not bearish on that. Crown, shout out to Crown Crypto. He has used this indicator called the Pi indicator. Now, I'm not very well versed on it, but the Pi cycle indicator basically now people are getting worried because price action is going lower. So what they're thinking is that since price action is going lower, we can expect the percentage to come even lower, right? And when we used to see the percentage get into the 80 and the 70%, it normally calls the top. But that percentage indicator is actually a momentum based indicator. So as the momentum of Bitcoin starts to continue down, that percentage will actually start increasing. And that's actually beneficial for us, and it's not calling a long-term top, right? Because of course, I do think that this next push will probably be that that mighty push and the blow off top. But what I do want to look, we've seen in the past 3 weeks of consolidation, right? In 2000 and what is it called? 2017, sorry. But here, if you can consider this as consolidation, we've been 43 days, right? And in weeks, let's see how much that is. I mean, I don't know if you can count these, but it's about 6 weeks, right? So it's we're getting onto some type of long-term consolidation into 2 months and stuff like that. But where's this bounce coming? Yeah, that 51, even that's our next natural resistance at the top of this candle, 51,000. So definitely keep your eyes on that 51,000. And this is what I'm expecting, don't worry, the alts are taking a dump, which is naturally follow Bitcoin, unfortunately. But overall macro, I'm not calling a reversal. Midterm, yeah, it looks like for a few days we're gonna go sideways, maybe even a week and down. I'm looking for some downside. Maybe we get this bounce right here. But other than that, that's pretty much what I have to say. Guys, take care. Don't be scared. I'm here to hold your hand. Remember, guys, take care, trade sharp, and until next time, peace.